Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin. Meeting underway to address issues affecting public transport sector, but some operators still on edge. High-level probe launched into death of patient at Falmouth Hospital. And later in sports, Reggae Boys Copa America squad to be announced tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. I'm Shane Masters and here are the details. There is still no word from a high-level meeting now underway involving the Transport Minister and the stakeholders in the public transport sector. While things have returned to normal in most town centres, some taxi operators remain on edge. Karen Simpson reports.
Scenes like these in Portland were replicated in most rural parishes on Monday.
Because we are here trying to make a living on a daily basis. And sometimes for the day we come off the road with maybe 3 tickets, valuing at least over $10,000.
The biggest threat to their livelihood, however, is not the amount in traffic tickets, but the current demerit system. Careless driving causing collision attracts a fine of $25,000 plus 10 demerit points. Driver overtaking with clear view, $10,000 plus 3 demerit points. The same applies for disobeying a traffic light or stop sign. Driver failing to cause passenger to wear a seatbelt, $2,000 plus 2 demerit points. Interestingly though, one doesn't lose points for offences with higher fines like carrying dangerous goods without transport emergency cards, which is $175,000. If one accumulates up to 10 demerit points, their license will be suspended for 6 months, over that up to a year. While stakeholders meet to review this issue, over in Clarendon, taxi operators are demanding a meeting with the police.
We need a mayor, we need Mr. Blair, we need transport authority. Cheer we need with them. Three association. We need a meeting with the 3 association members, plus transport authority and the police.
No, we need a representative from the Island Traffic Authority. Because you cannot go to school, come and say you go upgrade the traffic system, and then you bring the points down to 10 from 14.
Many drivers out here, that's their only way of living. And if they suspend so much license, what so many drivers gonna do?
Karen Simpson, TVJ News.
And at least one taxi association is rejecting claims from many Jamaicans that Monday's protest was an attempt to get a free pass to continue breaking the law. President of the New Kingston Taxi Association, Conroy Nesbeth, believes that there is an aggressive strategy being employed to get the operators off the street. He says many of the tickets given to operators are not warranted.
It is downtown, uptown. What we have over the years that is causing the problem is a arbitrary ticketing system. Mean the police charge you at will. And that is what the operators face. Downtown, every stop, you can get a charge.
He also denied concerns that the protest was also a political ploy to cause disunity in the country.
It is not political. Should the powers that be does not take the concerns of the people serious, well, I mean, I don't imagine how this is going to turn out.
On Monday, Transport Minister Darrell Vaz advised taxi operators that the new Road Traffic Act has to have some teeth to restore order and on the nation's roads. Meanwhile, bus operators in Spanish Town St. Catherine again withdrew their service and took their concerns to the Spanish Town Police Station Tuesday morning. They are lamenting the frequency at which they are being ticketed by the police.
I would like the man who are review on the ticket them because the ticket is too big. It's too much free. Yeah, manage them ticket. Can't manage them ticket. Them ticket too much free. One ticket we get $8,000. Come on, man. How we gonna find $8,000 for pay?
Not saying we are perfect. You understand? But you don't know. I look at time we commit an offense. You don't know we know our one ticket. Yeah? And we deserve a one ticket. But before you move, you get 5, 6, 7 tickets.
In the meantime, head of the St. Catherine North Police Division, Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, responded to the concerns.
I want to know that when the police stop you for a particular offense or what they suspect to be an offense, if they observe other offenses, it is legal for them to prosecute you. They can exercise discretion, but I just want you to understand, I don't want you to believe that it is legal. So sometimes when you end up getting 3 or 4 tickets, it is because you have breached. I realize that you are not challenging, most of you saying that you are not challenging the tickets in court. Even when you believe that you are right. But I think you should rethink. No, I think you should rethink it.
And although they have returned to work, bus operators who ply the Malvern to Santa Cruz route were inconvenienced as sections of the road following yesterday's protest are still blocked. Vehicles transporting students of Hampton and Monroe College were forced to take alternative routes through Junction. TVJ News understands that school attendance is low for a second day. It is unclear when the blocked roads will be cleared. And arising from yesterday's protest, President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Leighton Johnson, is calling for the urgent implementation of the rural school bus system. Some schools reported low turnout as students and teachers alike were unable to access transportation. Mr. Johnson criticized successive administrations for giving what he says is lip service in addressing the issues over the years. Now, acknowledging concerns about the reluctance of some students who have to use the service, he stressed the need for parents to play a role in insisting.
If parents are serious about this and they insist that their children go on these buses, I guarantee students will conform.
But that's what I was about to say.
I guarantee they will conform. And then too, as an educator, we know about the token economy. Incentives matter. If we are having a challenge with students traveling or riding on these buses, then we can implement an incentive system. We have a
Now, during the opening of the Parliament in February, the government reiterated its commitment to provide a transportation system for students in rural Jamaica this year. Now, last year, Transport Minister Darrell Vaz had stated that a pilot for the rural school bus system would be rolled out in the first quarter of this year. To date, that is left to be seen. In other news, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has ordered a high-level probe into an incident at the Falmouth Hospital which left a patient who was admitted dead. The circumstances surrounding the incident are unclear at this time. But the minister says the investigation comes following complaints on social media from family members. Dr. Tufton says the investigation will be conducted through the Office of the Chief Medical Officer in conjunction with the Western Regional Health Authority, WRHA. The National Water Commission disconnected some 70 illegal connections in Prospect St. Thomas. The community has been under the NWC's radar for some time. The Commission says illegal connections have had a negative impact on the regular supply system, and it is currently trying to bolster the water supply in the parish.
Within this locale of Thompson Terrace, we're finding that we have 4 customers and about 50 illegal persons that are trespassing on NWC's infrastructure. This is not good. We have been doing so far within the Prospect area, we have been doing valve installations, repairing of leaks. We have been doing activities to reduce our NRW so that we have more water that is being able to deliver to our customers.
NWC Distribution Manager for the parish, Chad Runstern, says that the agency will be aggressive in its approach in protecting its systems from theft and vandalism. In the meantime, Acting Community Relations Manager, NWC Eastern Division, Ann Bolt, is encouraging customers to settle outstanding balances.
We're also facilitating a new supply connection and also arrangement to settle bill balances. So it will be here for the entire week of this week, and we're just encouraging persons to reach out to our office if they have outstanding balances to settle. Don't wait until we come to you, because when we come, it is going to be disconnection.
And it's time for a break here on the Midday News, but stay with us, more stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. An interesting turn of events in northern Trelawney. Dennis Meadows, who was initially announced as the PNP's MP candidate for the constituency, is now the campaign manager for the PNP standard bearer, Dr. Wickham McNeil. Mr. McNeil is a former MP for Western Westmoreland, a seat he held from 1997 but lost to the JLP's Morland Wilson in the 2020 elections. Mr. Wilson won the seat by over 1,000 votes. Now he's aiming to unseat the JLP's Tova Hamilton. The parish only has 2 constituencies with 25,477 eligible voters based on the 2020 figures.
It's time for Mark Golding and the People's National Party. It's time to put a man of real integrity into Jamaica House. United we stand. And we stand together with one mission to make North Trelawney a better constituency.
Dennis Meadows was sacked after his utterances at a political meeting endorsing scamming. After apologizing, he was hopeful that the party president, Mark Golding, would still favor him as the MP candidate. But notwithstanding being brushed aside, Mr. Meadows says he's working to ensure the PNP gets a clean sweep of the parish. And it's now time for the Business Minute.
Jamaica spent $162.6 million to import consumer goods in the month of January. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Statin, says this represents a 0.8% increase versus the $161.4 million spent in January 2023. Imports in the subgroup non-durable goods totaled $32.5 million. That was 6.4% more than the $30.5 million spent in January 2023. The country spent $17 million to bring in durable goods, reflecting a 14.1% increase. Statin says this was mainly due to increased imports of furniture and parts thereof, along with electrical machinery, apparatus and appliances. Further afield, a new Bankrate study has revealed that U.S. homeowners are now paying an average of just over $18,000 a year on property taxes, homeowners insurance, maintenance, energy and other expenses linked to owning a home. That's a 26% increase from 4 years ago. Bankrate also found the per-month cost of owning and maintaining a home has gone from just over $1,200 a month in 2020 to just over $1,500 now. And that's it for the Business Minute. I'm Hal Shane Burke.
And it's now time for a break. When we return, we'll now have sports.